What if you could write code one time, just once, and know for sure it would run absolutely anywhere? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on Docker, the technology that basically made this dream a reality. We're going to break down how it works and why it solved one of the most maddening problems in software history. Let's dive in.
Seriously, has this ever happened to you? Or maybe you've heard a developer friend pulling their hair out over it. You spend all this time building something, it's running perfectly on your computer, you feel great, you send it over to a teammate or push it to a server, and bam, it just completely falls apart. It's a massive universal headache.
Ah, yes, and this right here, this is the classic, the infamous excuse. For decades, this single phrase has been the source of so many wasted hours, pointless arguments, and just pure frustration. You know, it points to a huge problem. Every developer's computer is its own unique little world, and getting software to run reliably somewhere else has always been a ridiculously hard challenge.
So, how do you solve a problem that's been around forever? Well, that brings us to the hero of our story today, Docker.
Now that's a pretty bold claim, I know, but it's totally true. Docker was built from the ground up to destroy this exact issue. It gives us a way to guarantee that if your application works on your machine, it's going to work on every machine every single time. So, how in the world does it actually do that? What's the secret?
Well, the genius behind Docker is actually an idea that they borrowed from the real world. To really get Docker, all you have to do is understand the good old-fashioned shipping container. Okay, so in the world of Docker, this box is called a container. You can think of it like this magic, self-contained bubble for your application. And it doesn't just hold your code, oh no, it holds every single thing that code needs to survive. All the libraries, all the settings, all the little dependencies. It's a complete, portable little universe for your app.
And this is just a brilliant way to picture it. I mean, think about it. Before physical shipping containers, loading a ship was total chaos, right? You had all these different sized crates, weirdly shaped cargo. It was slow, it was a mess. But the standardized container, it changed everything. It didn't matter what was inside. That same box could be moved by any crane, any ship, or any truck in the world. Well, Docker does that exact same thing, but for software.
So what exactly goes inside this software shipping container? Well, first, you've got your application code. Then you pack in all the libraries and tools it needs to run. After that, you add all the specific system settings and configurations. And finally, Docker bundles it all up into one neat package. And here's the magic part. This means the environment now travels with the code. They are never, ever separated again.
This really paints the perfect before and after picture. You know, the old way was a total gamble. You'd move your code and just cross your fingers hoping the new machine was set up the same way. With Docker, that whole gamble is just gone. You're not just moving code anymore. You're moving the entire, perfect, working environment inside its own little box. So it doesn't matter where it goes, it just works.
And as you can imagine, this kind of reliability leads to some pretty incredible benefits. It's exactly why developers and companies everywhere have jumped on the Docker train so enthusiastically. So let's talk about the real payoff here.
This reliability just kicks off a whole chain reaction of awesomeness. Because everything's packed in one box, these containers are super easy to share, which in turn makes them incredibly simple to deploy. And the reason they're so fast and easy to scale up is because they are unbelievably lightweight. You see, unlike a big clunky virtual machine that has to pack an entire operating system inside it, a container just shares the operating system of the host computer. That means they use way fewer resources and can start up in seconds, not minutes. It's a total game changer.
So the impact here is way bigger than just making one developer's life a little easier. It's really about achieving this universal portability for all software. It's about creating applications that are truly free from being tied to the specific machine they were built on, ready to run anywhere and everywhere.
And when we say anywhere, we really do mean anywhere. A Docker container will run exactly the same on your MacBook as it does up in the cloud on Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud. It'll even run on a tiny little server like a Raspberry Pi. The location just doesn't matter anymore because the perfect environment is always inside the box.
Because of all this power and this incredible flexibility, Docker isn't just another tool anymore. It's really become a fundamental piece of how all modern software gets built and deployed. It represents a much more efficient, more reliable, and more scalable future for building just about everything.
So, the next time you hear someone say, "But it works on my machine," you'll know the real solution. It was never about fixing one person's machine, it was about packaging the software to work on every machine. And that is the simple, powerful promise of Docker.